Hey, Scarefest, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly with another movie that was not shot in America. I don't know about you all, but if I see a movie I really like and I'm not familiar with the director, I tend to kind of seek out maybe some of the writers, depends on if it's a writer, director, whatever, tend to seek out some of the filmmakers and their earlier stuff. So I watched Evil Dead Rise and I did the review on here. And this guy named Irishman named Lee Cronin was plucked out of obscurity by Sam Raimi to direct the new Evil Dead film. I'm a fan of the new Evil Dead film. It's a lot of fun. So I wanted to see more of Lee Cronin's stuff. Well, the movie that I found, and this one right now is on HBO Max, is called The Hole in the Ground. And it's 2019 and it's shot in Ireland. It's about a single mom who's living in the Irish countryside with her son, who begins to suspect that he may not be her son at all. And it gets a little worse and a little worse. There's a crazy lady next door, her and her husband, and she says that's not your son. And what we find is at the beginning of the movie, there's something that has happened between her and her ex, this child's father, that we don't really get the quite the full story about it. And she's remodeling this Irish countryside house, and they've moved there, and he's not particularly happy about it. The kid, that is. They get in a fight, and he runs out in the woods, and there's a big hole in the ground. And what I mean by that, it's like a huge sink pit in the middle of these beautiful woods, and it just goes down. We don't necessarily know how long or how far it goes, and that talks a little bit more. I guess it's more about Irish folklore and dealing with changelings and whatnot. And a lot of this goes back to fairies, from what I can tell. But a lot of that stuff isn't really brought up into the movie. Of course, the Irish folklore, and I say that, of course, there's portals to other worlds. We don't know, because a lot of that's not explained in the movie. I had to go read a lot about it, or read at least 5 or 10 minutes about it, to figure out a little bit more. So I was trying to figure out, why did Lee Cronin get the Evil Dead Rise from this movie? And whether it's this movie or not, I don't know. It's a well-made movie. It is beautifully shot. There's tons of beautiful shots in the film, but I don't know that I can recommend it. If you're into movies that is this or isn't this, or what's going on, or people crazy, this may be for you. But if you don't like movies that make you explain a lot or figure a lot out by yourself, this probably isn't for you. It's called The Hole in the Ground. It's beautifully shot. The actors in it are fantastic. The kid's amazing. The mom's amazing. And the next door neighbors are amazing. There's just something that just didn't click, even though I think the movie looks beautiful. I like the idea of it. I think I just need more of a story rather than just some sort of, well, I don't want to talk about it because I want you to watch it and enjoy it. It's not terrible. In fact, it's pretty decent. There's just something about it that didn't connect with me. I don't know. I feel like I would have liked to know more about the mythology. Being someone who is not Irish, I mean, Scott's Irish from southeastern Kentucky, everybody is. I don't know a lot about Ireland in the sense of I didn't know about the fairy folk and these changelings. I know what a changeling is, but I didn't know fairies stole them and brought them back. There's just certain things I didn't know because I wasn't inundated with it growing up. So I would have liked to know more about that. Should you watch The Hole in the Ground? Yeah. If you've got HBO Max and you got a few minutes, you like the Evil Dead Rise film, it's nothing really like that, but it is beautifully shot, and there's some great shots in it like there is in the Evil Dead Rise. So Lee Cronin, wanted to go back and watch one of his movies. So if you get a shot, check out The Hole in the Ground on HBO Max. This has been Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly. Once again, been doing these reviews for you for many, many, many years. They'll eventually fire me.